Improving the environmental quality of our lakes and streams is an important concern for all Nebraskans. We use the concept green gardening to refer to a practice of designing, installing, and maintaining urban landscapes that don't have a negative impact on the natural environment, or even better, have a positive impact on environmental quality. We can do this through several techniques: by reducing the pesticide and fertilizer runoff that comes from our urban lawns and landscapes, by reducing our use of fossil fuels, which are non-renewable, in things like lawnmowers and trimmers and weed whackers, by reducing the amount of landscape waste that's sent to our landfills, and also by reducing our use of non-renewable products like peat moss or tropical hardwoods, which actually degrade the environment as they're harvested. Another term that you might also hear is sustainable landscaping. Sustainable landscaping means a landscape that is created and can be maintained at a good level indefinitely with no negative impact on the environment. Sustainable landscaping can also mean that we're meeting our needs in the landscape without reducing the potential for future generations to meet their needs in the landscape. Green gardening allows you to enjoy the outdoor natural environment and still to have a nice landscape around your home. But it does require some knowledge and some creative techniques to maintain a landscape well and still protect the environment. These green gardening techniques that we've just discussed can all be applied to your home landscape. It's important to remember that the runoff of water from a landscape can be very detrimental to our natural resources like lakes and creeks and streams. One way that we can prevent the runoff of water from a landscape would be through the use of soaker hoses. They apply water slowly, and very seldom does water ever run off. You can also monitor your irrigation system and make sure that water's not being applied to the hard surfaces like driveways or sidewalks. You can also harvest rainwater through the use of rain barrels and other techniques. Another important consideration is the conservation of water and reducing the amount of water that we use to maintain our landscapes. We can do this through the selection of plant material that's very well adapted to Nebraska's growing environment, or even the use of native or indigenous plant species. These all will require less water than some of our more exotic types of landscape plants. Finally, you can improve wildlife habitat through, again, the selection of plant material that provides food sources or nesting sources for some of our native birds and other wildlife. Once again, green gardening is the maintenance of a landscape so that it does not have a negative impact on the overall environment. There's many techniques that you can use to improve your green gardening techniques, and stay with us on Backyard Farmer this season as we'll be talking about many other techniques that you can use. You can also consult with your local extension educator or with your horticulture professional for more information.